Have you ever wondered what this means? You see f into bracket x, what does it mean? What is it used for? I've seen it in a lot of equations, but I don't know what it's used for. Now you are at the right place. Now, this you are looking at the board, this that you can see on the board is called a function notation. A function what? Notation. Now, what is a function notation? Before I say anything about function notation, let's quickly go back to quadratic equation. Let's look at the quadratic equation as a reference. Now, let's say we have an equation like y equals to x squared minus x plus 1, right? Now, what this quadratic equation means is that the value of y at the left-hand side directly depends on the value of x at the right-hand side. That is, whatever value y will be, if y will be 30, 90, 100, 0.1, depends on the value of x at the right-hand side. For example, let's say when x is -1, for example, how does that affect y? Because x is -1 now, and y depends on x. So we'll say y will be equals to 2 by substitution, -1 squared minus -1 plus 1. So then we simplify. Therefore, y will be equals to -1 squared is 1. So 2 times 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is what? 3. Then 3 plus 1 is what? 4. Y is what? 4. When x is -1, y is 4. What of when we change x to something like, let's say, 2? Let's say when x is 2. Now, y will be getting pissed up now. Like, you're once -1, now you're 2. You're stressing me out. Don't you know I depend on you? And you're stressing me out. Yes, it has the right to complain. Because as x is now 2, it's going to force y to be something else. And what would that be? Let's substitute. 2 into bracket 2 squared minus 2 plus 1. So the y will now be 2 squared is what? 4. So 2 times 4 is 8. 8 minus 2 is what? 6. Then 6 plus 1 is 7. So y is 7. When x is -1, y is 4. When x is 2, y is 7. So we can say that y depends directly on what? X. When this happens, we can write it as the value of y depends on the value of what? X. And whatever y will be depends on x. Now we can rewrite this by saying y is a function of x. That is a fancy way of writing this, okay? Y is a function of x. That is, y depends on x. Just some fancy grammar. Then mathematically, you can write this as y is a function of x. That is, y equals f of x. Okay, that is, y depends on x. So we can now rewrite this instead of y now. In this equation, we can write f of x equals 2x squared minus x plus 1. Yes, this is where function notation is being used. Instead of y here now, we're using f of x. It's still the same thing, okay? And now the reason why we use function notation is because it provides a clearer understanding of the equation, okay, how the equation is. And another thing is that y could be any letter, right? It could be n, it could be x, it could be z, it could be w. So it has a lot of possibilities, many letters. And instead of us going through all the possible letters we can have, we just rather use a function. Okay, f of x means whatever letter is at the left-hand side depends on the right-hand side, as simple as that. So let's look at some simple example for better understanding. Now let's look at this example. It says if f of x equals 2x squared plus x minus 1, then f of 1 will be what? Now what this means is that we know the left hand side depends on the value of x at the right hand side. But now they're not specifying that, okay, when x is 1, how does it affect the left hand side? What does the left hand side become when x at the right hand side is 1? We solve this by direct substitution. Let's say f of 1 equals, anywhere we see x at the right hand side, we put 1 because that's what the left hand side depends on. We have 2 1 squared plus 1 minus 1. So 2 times 1 squared is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 minus 1 is what? 2. Therefore, f of 1 is 2. Very simple. No problem. Now let's look at a second, a more intricate question. This question says that if f of x over 2 equals x over 2 squared minus x over 4 plus x, Find f of 2. Now, what this equation is telling us about is that the value of the left hand side directly depends on the value of x over 2 at the right hand side, not x over 4, not x. It directly depends on the value of x over 2 at the right hand side. So whatever x over 2 is at the right hand side is going to determine what y is going to be directly, not just what x is. What x over 2 is, we determine it directly. So how do we now get f of 2? And to get f of 2 is very easy by substitution. It means whenever we see x over 2 at the right hand side, we put what? 2. We impute to whenever we see x over 2 at the right hand side. Now, let's write this as f of x over 2 equals, now we might have a little bit of problem here. What is that problem? Is that not all the terms of x here is in the form of x over 2, because even if the left hand side directly depends on the value of x over 2, at least x is still involved. So this inclusion of x here means there's still a kind of an indirect dependence, but not directly. So that means we have to extract x over 2 from the terms of x at the right hand side. We have to express the terms of x at the right hand side in form of x over 2. How do we do that? We just use simple mathematical tricks, manipulations. So here, x over 2, no problem with this. X over 2, now this is a function. Then minus, we can write x over 4 as 1 over 2 times x over 2. I haven't done anything wrong because 1 times x will give us x, 2 times 2 give us 4. So we haven't done anything wrong. Then plus, how we express x? Very, very simple. Now we can express x as 2 times x over 2. Because at the end of the day, 2 cancels 2, and we have x. We haven't done anything strange. Now we have directly expressed all the terms of x as x over 2, x over 2. Now we can now find f of 2. Wherever we see this, at the right hand side, we put 2. So we have 2 squared minus 1 over 2 times 2, then plus 2 into bracket 2. So f of 2 will now be 2 squared is what? 4, minus half of 2 is 1, plus what? 4. So therefore, f of 2 will now be 4 minus 1 is what? 3. 3 plus 4 is what? 7. F of 2 is 7. Very, very easy. Now I have a challenge for us before we go. But before that, don't forget to please subscribe to my channel to learn more math stuff like this, be better at math, and as a way of supporting me. Thank you very much in advance. And now I said I have a math challenge for us. Having known this, can we use this idea to try and solve this question here? It looks kind of intricate, but it's actually very, very simple. Now solve it and let me see your answer. Post your answer in the comment section below. Let me see. And don't forget, stay tuned. My next video, I'm going to be doing the solution of this question. I'm going to post a video on the solution of this. So to meet next time, bye.